So, you're a new parent now. Holy sh. Welcome back to Dad Life, everybody. My name is Kevin. This is Dad Life. Videos on new parenting, videos on being a dad, just learning from our experience as new parents. So today's video is things nobody tells you about being a new parent. Like always, if you're into hiking, backpacking, camping, check out my other channel, Schill Brothers Outdoors. We have a lot of great content on that. But today's video is dad life, parent life, new parent life, stuff nobody tells you. The diapers change color when they need to be changed. I mean, that blew my mind. Nobody told me that. I was like, how do you know if they need to be changed? There's a strip on there. It turns blue. Change it. No, but seriously, one thing that nobody ever talks about is raising a newborn is all about teamwork, man. I mean, you think mom's got her thing, dad's got her thing, but it is like literally the greatest test of teamwork. It's the most incredible group project you could ever be assigned on. And your partner is your partner. But it's all about teamwork. Communicating, doing things in sync, being a cohesive team is incredibly important. It makes the parenting process much easier if you can function as a team. So no one ever talks about the teamwork aspect of raising a child, but it's just all about teamwork. Also, frozen maxi pads are a thing. And to couple that, you're gonna have a lot of weird stuff in your freezer. Frozen breast milk, frozen maxi pads, frozen boob pads, just a lot of weird stuff in your freezer. No one tells you that. Another thing nobody really tells you about being a new parent is the first month, first 2 months, it's literally like you have like a vegetable and you just gotta keep it alive. You gotta keep it watered. It's like just keeping something alive. That's it. That's your job. I didn't think about that. I always thought, in my head, it was like get through the first 2 weeks because that was like what I was off for paternity leave, but it's not about the first 2 weeks. I would say get through the first couple months because literally the first couple months are just keeping an organism alive, like on an hourly basis. So kind of like re-engineer how you think about the first time frame of having a child, because it's like it's like life support for the first couple months. You're also gonna do like really weird stuff at really weird times. So, I watered the plants at 2 a.m. last night. I'm awake. I smoked some meat at like 3 in the morning, threw a brisket on the smoker. You can really take advantage of the late hours, but yeah, no one ever told me you're gonna be doing some weird stuff at weird hours of the night. I mean, you're a new parent, it's all good, Throw that meat on the smoker. Another thing, I was thinking about when I was thinking of making this video is, when you watch TV and like before I had kids, you kind of have this idea that infants are like just these things that scream their head off all the time and it's just like awful all the time. But nobody ever tells you like a normal baby for the most part, it can be pretty chill. They're gonna sleep most of the time. Something that was really surprising to me, thank God, is, I was expecting the worst. I was expecting we're gonna have this screaming infant that just screams all the time, wants stuff all the time, incessantly needy. And honestly, she's pretty good. Now, I think we got a pretty normal baby. When I started doing some research, like honestly, our baby only has 1 to 2 hours a day of like, oh my God, the world's on fire. She is super pissed off, get out of her way. We only have a couple hours of that. And 9 times out of 10, we can't get her to shut up. So that's either, the obvious one is feeding her, maybe feeding her a little early if she's hungry, changing her diaper, and holding her. And those 3 things, and then you throw in a pacifier. So those 4 things, you can get her to shut up like 95% of the time. And that was something that was new to me and no one ever told me, like, they're gonna scream a lot, but you can normally get them to shut up. So that's pretty sweet. Another thing nobody told me about being a new parent is literally everybody, even medical workers, everyone's got a different opinion on how to do stuff. I mean, and no one's really wrong. But for instance, after you have a baby, you're gonna meet with the lactation people, you're gonna meet with an OB/GYN, you're gonna meet with a pediatrician. We were told almost a different thing from all 3 of those sources, and they might not have been wrong. But literally everyone's got an opinion on something. Oh my God, this baby's only a couple months old. I can't wait till they're a toddler. Everybody's got their own opinions on stuff. I'm not trying to say everyone's wrong, but I was not prepared for the amount of differing opinions that got thrown at me. And it's like, we only have one kid. What are we supposed to do? Who's right? Who's wrong? But you just figure it out and just be prepared. Everybody is gonna have their own opinions on stuff. That's not wrong, but listen to them all. You know, the most, nice. Listen to everybody, consider everybody. You know, the best thing you can do is take in as much information and data as possible and make the most informed decision based on your circumstances. So for instance, we were told, don't use a pacifier for the first 2 weeks. I don't know why, nipple confusion, that's a thing, I don't know. We were told by someone else, put that freaking pacifier in. And we put the pacifier in and things have been fine. I'm not saying it was wrong to be told to wait 2 weeks to put it in, but we just had to do what worked for us. And I just was not prepared for the amount of opinions you're gonna get. And I don't think that ever goes away with parenting, but you, do what works for you, but listen to what people are saying and consider it and use people's opinions so you can make the most informed decision on what works for you, your family, and your baby. You're gonna see your wife topless a lot. That's pretty cool. Your wife's also slowly gonna turn into a cow. That's what it is. Babies make a lot of like weird noises. I was not prepared for that, and nobody ever tells you that because it's kind of scary. I mean, they make like demon sounds almost. I mean, it's really weird. You can hear her in the background. I mean, they make coos, they make snorts, they make chuckles, they fart a lot. They just make a lot of noises. No one ever told me that. And some of them are very off-putting, and some you're like, what the hell is wrong with my child? But it's normal. They just make a lot of weird noises, and they especially will make a lot of weird noises at night. You know, someone once told me you could make like a horror soundtrack with the babies, with the noises that come out of a baby, and that is absolutely true. They make weird noises all throughout the day. Some of them are very unsettling, but it's normal. Don't worry about it unless your baby sounds like a demon. That might even be normal. The poop doesn't smell. No one ever told me that. At least for the first year when they're not eating real foods. The poop, it's not like poop. I don't know. Everyone like talks about poopy diapers and it's annoying, but the poop doesn't smell, people. Speaking of poop, they poop themselves a lot. You know, the first couple months, they're going every couple hours. So you're gonna go through a lot of diapers. So pro tip, buy cheap diapers, at least for the first month or two when you're going through them all over, like all the time, buy cheaper ones. They poop themselves a lot and they poop like on themselves a lot. I was not prepared for that. I knew blowouts were a thing, but no one ever told me, hey, have 2 loungers on hand. Hey, have a bunch of onesies on hand. Hey, have extra clothes for you on hand, because they poop themselves a lot and they poop on themselves a lot. And that means you poop on stuff a lot. So, you know, I was kind of prepared for that, but things like having multiple loungers ready to go, and like by lounger, I mean like have multiple beds they can lay on around, because once that poop goes like up their back, then you got a containment situation and you're gonna have to work fast. Have multiples of stuff on hand, you know, because you don't wanna find yourself in a situation like I found myself in the first couple weeks where you're changing a onesie and you gotta run upstairs to grab another onesie. And in the meantime, you got poop everywhere on you, and like it's just way easier if you just have stuff ready to go. So the poop doesn't smell, but there's a lot of it and it gets all over everything. So that's it. That's just a fun video. You know, my wife and I were kind of reflecting on, you know, the things, the little minute things that no one really ever tells you about being a new parent. So I thought it'd be fun to make a video out of it. That is it. Thank you for watching. Consider subscribing to Dad Life if you haven't already. That is it. We'll see everyone in the next video. Peace out, dads and parents. This video is not specifically for dads. All right, this is what I'm talking about, people. All right, look at that. We got some pulled pork, and we've got booby pads. And you know, we've got some ribs right here, and we've got breast milk. So